Well, three questions that before we get cracking with our guests, three questions that we put forward for the audience to look out for from this particular Karnataka elections. First, is this an election or is this election a battle of guarantees in Karnataka? Second, did Karnataka pass or fail, or did Congress rather pass or fail fulfilling their election promises? Our final question for the evening: will caste politics take precedence over development in Karnataka? Well, two guests joining us this evening to take the deliberations forward on how this particular elections could play out. Aditi Randan, senior journalist, senior political journalist, joining us this evening in the studios. We've got Asha Krishnaswamy, senior journalist, joining us from Bangalore. And we got Aisha Khanam, who's got every buzz on how this election develops in Karnataka, getting all the buzz for us this evening. Let me first begin with Aditi. Aditi, Karnataka, it's a battle of guarantees that both parties claim to be talking about. How do you see this elections play out?
See, Karnataka is a very important election both for BJP as well as Congress, and great reputations of big leaders, stalwarts of both parties are at stake in this election. Especially in the first phase, if you see, Anil, DK Shivkumar's reputation is on the line because his brother is going to defend Bangalore rural for the fourth time.
True.
And this is going to be a very interesting contest because against him is C. Manjunath, who's H.D. Devegowda's son-in-law. So that contest is going to be watched out for. Again, if you come to Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, he hails from Chamarajanagar, as you just said. He is going around in rallies and he's actually telling people that I am not going to be satisfied with 60,000 lead. If you want me to be around, please give me at least 60,000 lead and plus 60,000 also. Because why is he saying that? Because you know that within the Congress, DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah are literally in a game of nerves with respect to the Chief Minister's chair. So, Mysore and Chamarajanagar, which are almost adjoining constituencies, the reputation of Siddaramaiah is at stake. Overall, H.D. Devegowda's clan and the legacy of the entire JDS is at stake. You said how, Mandya they had lost last time. Are they going to reclaim it? And Mandya went to an independent, Suman Lata. But this time you see what the BJP has done. For BJP, what is at stake? The only gateway to South India, 25 seats they had won last time, plus 26th independent. And now that the JDS is on their side, they have calculated their electoral arithmetic very fine, because last time JDS was on the side of the Congress.
Oh.
So JDS is here this time. That's an added advantage for the BJP. Plus, what has BJP done? Only in the first phase, if you look, out of 14 seats, BJP currently holds 11. South Karnataka's Old Mysuru and coastal regions are big bastions of the BJP. They had won very big last time here. But what have they done? They have not taken any chances. The party has dropped 8 of the sitting 11 MPs. And they have shifted sitting Union Minister Shobha Karandlaje from Udupi to Bangalore North. So they have not left anything to chance.
Okay.
All parties are putting their best foot forward because everybody's reputations are on the line here.
Well, it's a high-stake battle. Asha Krishnaswamy, the BJP has done all that is needed, got the political arithmetic right when it comes to, looking at the southern gateway Karnataka. How do you see it, unfold, especially as we hit, phase 2 of polling?
BJP is struggling. It's not easy as they thought, or whatever calculations, what they had done, whether it was right or wrong, only on the day of results we will know. Because they have gone with JDS, which was earlier its enemy, and the strength of JDS, we don't have in the chart you showed JDU, we don't have JDU last time.
JDS, I beg your pardon.
Yeah. So JDS is not a force to reckon with, except in parts of South Karnataka in 3 districts, 3-4 districts where Okaligas are in large number. Whether they will stand back, this the election also will decide whether BJP and JDS, whatever coalition or pre-election or post-election tie-ups will continue or not. That is going to decide the fate of JDS also. At least if they win. If they win even 2 seats, then it is 100% increase. Even for Congress, definitely it will, going by the present trend, it will definitely do much better than what it did in 19. and of course it is ruling party. People have shown the guarantees are speaking for the Congress, whereas the only candidate in Karnataka for the BJP is Mr. Modi. The election is fought between Mr. Modi and Mr. Siddaramaya's guarantees. That's the way it has been polarized. Certain changes I'm seeing in the last 2-3 days after the Neha college student who was stabbed to death in Hubli. So some polarization in certain constituencies may happen. But majority of the northern Karnataka districts where the population, Lingayat population is more, it is going for the elections polling on May 7th.
Okay.
I mean, by that time, whatever changes that may happen, we have to see. Mr. Modi is expected for one more, I mean, this month he is coming again, I think on 29th he is coming. Extensively, he has toured, he has covered almost all the constituencies. 3 ex-CMs are in the fray. Their fate will also be decided. And Northern Karnataka, as of now, Congress is in a better position, whereas in South, because of JDS also with BJP, it looks little stronger.
Okay, Aisha, how does one see this particular election? Purely from a point that the Congress is holding fort in the state, and all the promises that they made, vis-a-vis the promises Modi's guarantee. How does one choose, or is there too much on the plate of the voter to choose when it comes to the battle of guarantees?
Well, Anil, it is very clear, before the voters, this is a battle of guarantees, and as both the parties are campaigning in favor of their guarantees, describing their guarantees, because the Congress guarantees are the 5 guarantees which they have given the freebies, which the BJP says, and these guarantees are already reaching the people, whereas on the other hand, the BJP's guarantee is Modi ki guarantee, because this is a guarantee which means empowerment to the people, which means the fulfillment of the guarantee that is promised during the polls. So this is really a tough choice. It is not really a tough choice for the people in Karnataka to choose, between the guarantees. And also, the people in Karnataka, the voters in Karnataka have always voted, the assembly elections and the Lok Sabha elections, depending on the national issues and the state issues. So, Karnataka is one such progressive state in South, wherein people are very smart about their choice with respect to the central government and with respect to the state government. They know what they want at the center, and they also know what they want at the state level. So, even when we speak to a group of people, with regard to guarantees, the people, some women in the rural areas, they just, in a very, charming manner, they tell us, okay, now we have voted for Siddaramaya, so let Modi also be there in the center. So we want Modi also. So this is kind of the dilemma among the people, and they are also very clear about the fact that Prime Minister Narendra Modi leading the campaign with a vision for 2047, with a vision for a developed India. This means more employment. This means This means a better future for the youth, and especially the young voters, the first-time voters and the youth are more attracted to the campaigns and the rallies being held by the BJP. So for the people in Karnataka, the choice is there. The choice before them is choosing between the guarantees, but they know when they choose, when they go to vote on April 26th, they are clear about the fact that what they want in the center and what they already have at the state.
Okay, Aditi, how does one take a look at the Congress rule? Short while 2023, we are in 2024, but how would you take a look at the the small time frame that Siddaramaya along with DK Shivkumar has had? Have they fulfilled the promise that they set out with to achieve, or do you say it's too early to take a call? Prime Minister comes and Prime Minister's guarantees take precedent over state guarantees that the Chief Minister makes.
See, it's very interesting to begin with how Prime Minister Modi hijacked the entire guarantee narrative and bandwagon. Okay. They began with a guarantee bandwagon from Himachal Pradesh elections, and then of course they went very big in Karnataka, and both the states the Congress won on the promise of guarantees. After that, because initial days the BJP was very cagey about using this word, but as you rightly said that the Prime Minister has now gone several notches, several steps further, with his guarantees, and he has a past record of 10 years to also show to the voters. So, looking at the Siddaramaiah regime, they are in a big quandary, in a big soup with respect to fulfillment of guarantees, because these are going to cost the exchequer of the state hugely. And that is the reason you see recently, Anil, that there has been this back and forth between the centre and the state, with the state accusing the centre of non-payment of tax revenues, delays, but then the centre is saying that you are the ones who went out of the way to promise freebies that were obviously going to eat into your coffers, because a freebie politics is not a sustainable politics. It has been proven world over. So this is really Siddaramaiah's burden to carry. So far, so good, and I think more than the freebies, which will be a challenge for the Congress to fulfill, because they have to go back to the voters after 5 years in the state assembly elections also, the infighting within the party, the ambitions of the leaders, DK Shivkumar versus Siddaramaiah battle, there is a huge churn going on within the surface in the Congress, within the Congress. So there are these camps, and Congress party has a famous saying that nobody defeats the Congress but the Congress itself.
True.
And that goes for Karnataka also. We have seen in election after election, Congress has some standing on the ground, but then again this factionalism comes in the way. But for the BJP, if you look at why Karnataka is so important this time, because it is coming right after a very embarrassing loss for the party in 2023 state assembly elections, where the Congress had pulled off 135 seats. And in the coastal and southern Karnataka region, Anil, out of 61 assembly seats, Congress had bagged 30.
Okay.
So this is a huge challenge. And just one quick point, if you allow me, this is also the place, Karnataka, after Maharashtra, has sent the maximum leaders to the top rung of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh.
Okay.
So the inroads that the Sangh has made in Karnataka will also perhaps come in handy for the ruling BJP.
Okay, Asha, quick word from you. The infighting in the Congress, especially when it comes to gaining importance, in Delhi, the fight between DK as well as Siddaramaiah, will it play out in this particular elections, as people decide to go out and vote? Or do you see that as a post-election, melodrama that would break out within the Congress?
It is guarantees of Siddaramaiah which is speaking for Congress, and not infights are always there. I mean, it is very common in political parties. In fact, BJP saw a major fight. Yesterday, it has to expel, suspend K.S. Ishwarappa, such a senior leader, as a rebel. So that more than that, as Aisha Khanam rightly pointed out, voters have a dilemma. Youngsters are looking for whenever they react to the question, whom do you want to vote? They bring the fact that, we want to look at the country's safety, security. And we feel more secure when we vote for Mr. Modi. They don't say BJP, they say that if Mr. Modi is in power, then we feel more secured. But women are, they are talking about paying their gratitude to Siddaramaiah. So it's between these two things, people have to choose. Urban voters may think of development, and definitely after COVID, whatever.
Okay, Aisha, I'll let you have I'll let you have the last word on the show. Will caste politics take precedence? We're talking about development, all these issues being spoken about, but will caste politics, the north and south, the Lingayat, Vokalika, caste lines will come out wide open, and that's how Karnataka will play out. Is that a big fear?
Well, every elections in Karnataka or in any other state, it is all decided on caste basis. And here also in Karnataka, it is definitely, whenever there are elections, we talk about Lingayat factor, Vokalika factor, the backward factor, and Kuruba factor. And that is where Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who is trying to emerge as the champion of the Kurubas and the champion of the backward leaders. So this is, being played out in a big way, where, even the caste, the report which was supposed to be submitted was put in a back shelf, because the Congress did not want to openly come out with the caste survey. So, but at the moment in Karnataka, it is the Vokaligas, and the Lingayats and the other communities still decide. The final tally of the voted representatives they want to. So in the first phase, we see that since it is the southern part of Karnataka, it is most of it old Mysore region, it is a Vokkaliga dominated region. So that is why the caste calculations are happening, and it is here that the BJP and JDS alliance will help the BJP in this region, because the JDS had to come into alliance with BJP because it had to save its own existence, it had to save its own survival. So therefore, the Congress acknowledges the fact that the alliance by BJP and JDS in certain areas, especially in Bangalore rural, where D.K. Shivkumar's brother is contesting, is affecting them. D.K. Shivkumar accepted and acknowledged this fact that it is really hitting them hard in these regions. So it is still there, the Vokkaliga factor and the other caste factors, the dominant caste factors do decide the choice of electoral representatives they wish to have.
Okay, we'll leave it there. You know, it's a fruitful, healthy discussion that we've had. Appreciate all three guests joining us this evening. Asha Krishnaswamy, Aisha Khanama, correspondent from Ground Zero, Aditi Tandon joining us in the studio. It's a pleasure having you all over here.